Okay, now let's look at a situation where the account has actually started to bleed just a little bit. And we might see this in a situation where someone was profitable for a long time, but then the Google quality score started to erode, or the competition started to increase, and the cost per click went up, the quality score went down, they're not getting quite as many impressions as they used to, that kind of thing. And whereas they might have used to be profitable, now they're not. So this particular person is spending maybe $5,600. And one of the things I want you to notice as you're going through these videos is that it's not just the monthly ad spend that determines the return on investment. People tend to think narrow-mindedly about that they've got to wait till they get to a certain monthly ad spend. And it's really a function of all of these factors, whether or not it's going to make sense to work with the service. So, okay. Again, here we're assuming a reasonably structured account without too many ad groups or keywords. That's fairly typical for us. And then what happens is we get a 30% increase in traffic and a 30% reduction in the cost per click. That's an assumption, so it could be more, it could be less. And we go from $1.12 per click to 78 cents a click. And again, we've got 6,500 clicks instead of 5,000. So we're buying more traffic for less money. And we've actually reduced the cost for that traffic, for the monthly traffic, by about $500. But where it gets more interesting is when you look at what's happening on each conversion, because beforehand, this person was actually losing money on every sale, and they wouldn't have been able to keep that up too much longer. And afterwards, they are not only making more sales, but they're actually making more money on each sale. Look at the difference between those two numbers. So you do all the math, and it winds up to be about $792 in profit, as opposed to a loss of $6,600. And when you look at the difference between those two numbers, that's about a $1,400 difference in your net per month. And divide that by the setup fee, and it would take about 2 months to recover. Of course, we can do better over time, and this doesn't include the value of your time. And net over the course of a year, if we were to execute this and charge our standard fees every month, then the net in this account would be almost $14,000 extra. What's more important, however, is the idea that we moved it from a bleeding situation to a money-making situation, and that's often the difference between being able to stay in business or not stay in business. And because there's really not a commitment to work with us month by month by month, you can just have us restructure things and then take it over again if you want to. There are some clients that just have us restructure it, stop the bleeding, and then they take it over. And so they recover things more quickly because they're not paying a monthly fee. We think that it's more valuable to have us on board, and it's rare that someone actually doesn't want us to keep going when we start. But I wanted to point that out to you. So hopefully you can download the spreadsheet over here, and you can fill in the numbers for yourself and figure out how this might impact your situation. And you can try some more conservative assumptions if you want to, some more aggressive assumptions. It's up to you. Okay, thanks.